Hi, Boris.
Hi, Suzanne. How you doing?
We didn't have any work to do today in my room. Almost the whole facility had no work. Well, the staff people were always busy, but almost the whole workforce had nothing to do. So I made sure to take my sewing along, and I got a lot done.
Oh, that's good. You had something done, so that works out, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So you wanted to discuss a couple of things tonight. You have a special performance coming up, and we have a couple of parades.
Well, tomorrow, at the end of the day, a large shipment of trifold boards were brought in, so we'll be speeding up. I mean, I always process them very fast, but so I'll really be on all engines again.
Okay, but that's your day job. Now we're talking about your art performance that's coming up.
Well, I'd say my biggest upcoming performance is on Friday, October 28th in Atlantic City. It's in the Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall.
Okay, and then what time? And
from 8 to 11 p.m.
Okay, and what are you going to be doing there?
Well, first I'll be dancing the Dracula archives. Then there'll be an accordionist. Then I come back for the Dracula fashion show, and we finish with a rock band.
Oh, okay, so if people want to see you, they need to get there at 8 o'clock?
If there are diehard fans of mine, or for that matter, they're diehard Dracula buffs, the Dracula part of it starts at 8 p.m.
Okay, and do you have rough... Okay.
Turns after a while.
All right, so then after you, there's an accordion player, and then you come back.
Yes.
Okay, will you be taking pictures with fans, or signing autographs, anything like that?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll be asked to sign autographs. Scott hasn't clarified that yet. I'm hoping people will take pictures of me in action. That's what they should have done at the 100th anniversary celebration in Los Angeles 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But there were no pictures taken of me while I was in performance. There was no film taken, and there were no newspaper reviews, and there were no requests for my autograph.
Well, nowadays people have their phones with them all the time, so you get more pictures. But tell us again the name of the place and where is it?
It's called the Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall. The address is 133 South Tennessee Avenue. It's in Atlantic City.
Okay, so if anyone's in Atlantic City on the 28th,
Friday, October 28th.
And then you can have a chance to see Suzanne in action. I think that's pretty exciting.
Well, it's more than being in action. It's in doing an impersonation I've been doing for almost half a century, Dracula.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's best about that performance is that it never gets old.
What?
It never gets old.
Yeah. Well, the main purpose for this performance, and also for Halloween parades in which I'll be doing Dracula, is that this year is the 125th anniversary. That's a century and a quarter of Dracula the novel by Bram Stoker.
Mm-hmm. And then which parades are you doing Dracula in?
All of them.
No, I mean, you should tell us so people know. If they're in which town, when is the parade and so on.
Yeah, the first parade is on Friday, October 21st at 7 p.m. That's in Sea Isle City, New Jersey.
Okay, Sea Isle City. Okay, and what's the next?
The next one is Saturday the 22nd at 7 p.m. in Williamstown, sometimes called Monroe Township.
Okay, that's New Jersey as well.
All the parade sites plus the big stage performance are in New Jersey sites. Yes.
Okay, so do you have another one?
On Sunday the 23rd at 3 p.m. I have a Halloween parade in Cape May, New Jersey.
Okay, that's a big one, right?
Well, it's a rather large scale one, but I think the one that's most prominent and that I probably get the most acclaim is Ocean City. Now, before Ocean City, there's a parade on Wednesday the 26th in Middle Township, otherwise known as Cape May Courthouse.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so and the one after that?
Ocean City is on Thursday the 27th at 7:15 p.m.
All right, and so that's how many? Four or five you doing?
5.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything after the Ocean City one?
Well, after Ocean City is the big performance in Atlantic City, and it's the Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall.
Mm-hmm. So there's no parades on the actual Halloween. Everything happens before.
No, there's no parade on Halloween itself. I'll be free all day Halloween in my hotel room. I don't know if any people might want to visit my room and.
Well, you don't want to announce that. Okay. Yeah. You're going to be doing your performance on the beach, I assume.
Yes, but that's not till nighttime. I'm
right.
talking about being free throughout the daytime.
Okay, but I think it would be a bad idea to announce the room number where you're staying because you don't know who's going to show up.
I don't know yet what room number it is.
Well, what I'm saying is don't announce it publicly. So. Okay, so what else?
125 years.
Well, yeah, that's a long time. Now, how many years have you been doing Halloween parade?
I'm speaking of 125 years as how long it's been since Stoker wrote his novel.
How long have you been doing Halloween parades?
It's not just Halloween parades. I've been doing Christmas parades, Memorial Day, different local parades to suit certain seasons. If you count every parade that I've ever been in, I've been doing parades for 35 years. Okay,
well, that's a pretty. So, do you celebrate the fact that it's 35 years, or is that not a big number for you?
Oh, 35 years is extra important because it's a multiple of 5. But I don't know if I'm going to publicize that in the press releases I have to have ready for the people will have to be aware that I'm doing Dracula in the parades and in the Atlantic City stage show.
Mm-hmm. Now, why wouldn't you want to publicize 35 years? It's kind of a big deal.
Well, which site or which parade might give me a citation for it? I don't know.
Well, you said you're going to give out press releases.
The press releases I always see focus on just the one parade that they're meant to cover. They don't go into detail about a regular entry having been in it for so many years.
Okay, but since we're talking about Halloween specifically, which was the first Halloween parade you ever did?
That was the first year I was in a parade. It was 1987, and it was in Ocean City.
So that was 35 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, you should probably let them know so they announce it. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. You're going to the same parade over and over for 35 years. You might be the only one. I mean, even Mr. Soifer retired.
Yes, but he also died
Oh.
sometime on a June weekend last year.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he passed away. Okay, well, that's sad news. So when did you find out?
Last year when it happened.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know you didn't share that information. Well, he was quite a big champion of your art.
Yes, I appreciate him because he was like a chief VIP, but he was open to ideas and suggestions by other people.
He was a very nice person, and he really liked what you were doing. He was giving you a chance to do a variety of performances and characters, and I think that was pretty important.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe we should do a special episode one day about him.
Well, if we do that, it couldn't be aired until next June because he died on a June weekend.
Okay. Well, he at one point sent me a lot of his. He used to write poetry, and he sent me a bunch of his books. So, did you read any of them or no?
I read some, but the majority of them I didn't care for their style.
No, okay. Why not?
Well, it wasn't like poems, the structure or styles of poems I've been made to read all through school.
Okay. Well, many people do different styles. It doesn't mean that it's, just because you were taught something specifically, that doesn't mean every poem is going to fit that. But all right, we'll talk at some point. We should probably do a little memorial tribute to Mr. Soifer because he did help with the documentary a lot. He gave you a lot of chances to perform, and he was a creative person himself. So we should probably do something. Yeah, it's sad. Now, do you know how old he was?
He was 89.
Oh, okay. Because I know he was up there in age. I didn't realize he made almost 90. Okay, well, that's a long life. I mean, still sad.
He would have been 90 this past May if he was still alive.
Right. And he worked a long time. I mean, he didn't retire.
No.
He was already in his 80s, right? When he stepped down.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was a fixture in Ocean City for a long time. All right. Well, what else should be mentioned about your Halloween appearances? What should people know? What you're doing Dracula in all of them?
Well, I've given you the locations, the dates, and the times for the Halloween parades and the Atlantic City stage show. Yes.
So that's what you call your Halloween tour, right?
Well, I consider going to a hotel for Halloween itself part of my tour, although I don't have any special performance until Halloween night when I dance on the beach, and that's never been witnessed by a substantial number of spectators. The only person who accompanies me to that is David.
Yes, but we did film that. It's part of the documentary.
Yes, I remember.
Well, should we add anything else to the plug for the Halloween tour, or was this it?
I think in all this time that I've been doing Dracula, the important thing is I do him through dance, not straight acting, and it's a shame when some people don't accept a popular theme in another dramatic form, that people don't make household words in the course of time.
Well, I mean, that's on them. You're doing your part, and The other part you can't control. So some people appreciate it, some people don't. That's okay. You do your thing.
Well, also people need to remember that the vampire was not the whole story of the man Dracula. The real life Dracula, Vlad the Impaler, is much more important, or Stoker wouldn't have had a lead for his novel.
Right, and that's your focus. It's the real, true story of Dracula, not just the fictional.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Vlad Tepes is proud of your works. and don't let the naysayers get a bite out of this.
Don't let the what?
The naysayers.
What? I don't understand what you mean by that.
Okay, don't let the negative people take a bite out of your performance.
Oh boy.
You don't like that joke. Okay. So what what didn't you like about that joke?
I'm thinking how people who have denounced me and exploited me over time, whether it be Dracula or anything else, they didn't approve of my lifestyle. They deserve to be punished by being impaled.
Oh, Jesus, okay. Well, don't you think that's a little harsh?
Well, maybe they wouldn't be physically impaled, but you know the saying, what goes around comes around?
Yes.
Okay. I sometimes I've said that people who teased me, pulled jokes on me, pulled pranks on me, exploited me, denounced me, mistreated me all sorts of ways, deserve to be punished, but not at my hand in the course of nature.
Right, but don't you think it's punishment enough that they don't appreciate the art form and they're missing out?
I really don't know how to answer that.
You don't have what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I really don't know how to answer that.
Oh, okay. It's their loss, basically. You're doing you, and that's it. You can't control what other people do. So if they don't get it, if they don't appreciate it, that's their loss.
Because I want to be, remembered for doing these things when I have to pass on to the great beyond.
Suzanne, I think a lot of people will remember you. I mean, a lot of people know you. A lot of people appreciate what you do.
Yeah, but those are all my contemporaries. What about younger generations who might never have seen me and don't know that I have a website and never find out enough about me after I'm gone?
Well, I don't know if we can answer that question. I mean, those are some pretty lofty goals there. I don't know how to remedy that. I think you set up a pretty high bar for yourself with that one.
A pretty high what?
Bar. Look, you would like to be remembered forever, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's a pretty high standard. But you're trying, so that's all we can say. You keep doing it. People keep watching what you do. So you don't think you have a younger audience? There's not a lot of younger people who show up?
I never can. When I'm in a parade, I see people in many age groups, but I don't know how many different age groups would appear at a stage performance because I haven't done very many of them ever since I started doing parades. And I've been trying for more opportunities, for events other than parades to make additional appearances.
But you used to do a children's show in Baltimore, didn't you?
children's show in Baltimore?
Yeah, didn't you appear in the morning children's show with Loretta?
Oh yes, yeah, I remember that. But that must have been at least 10 or more years ago. And Loretta was Loretta was a real motor mouth.
Okay. What do you mean? You couldn't get a word edgewise?
There was one time I called her on the phone to ask her if we did the story of Cinderella in the Irish mode, wouldn't a leprechaun be a good equivalent, Irish equivalent for the fairy godmother? And then she went on blah 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 about different civilizations of leprechauns, their ways of life, and I couldn't stop her. I wanted her to stop because she had I had been her captive audience for about an hour.
Okay, well, I guess she was really into leprechauns. She was really into leprechauns. Is that what you're telling me? I mean, if she spoke about leprechauns for an hour, I imagine she was really into it. All right. Well, let's end on a positive note. What should we end the show with?
Fans of mine or Dracula buffs who have never seen me, who have never seen him portrayed through dance before, should look for me in these upcoming Halloweens and parades, and especially in this stage performance, which will be in Atlantic City on Friday the 28th. Also, since I had to delve deeply into the real story of Dracula and educate myself thoroughly, I also learned about the period dress, and thus I created the Dracula fashion show. Now, if the Dracula fashion show had been presented the way I wanted it to be, it would have been in 3 parts with a number of people modeling the outfits of Dracula's contemporaries, the outfits in some of Stoker's characters, and of course Dracula himself. But no people that I brought the idea to would consent to doing it. So again, I was a loner. The Dracula fashion show exists, but all it consists of is modeling by Dracula himself, or rather an impersonator.
Okay, but at least people have a chance to see you. A number of events coming up for Halloween. I think it should be a good parades, a number of parades, and good appearance in Atlantic City. So if anyone's in the area, you should definitely go check out Suzanne. A number of Halloween appearances coming up in October, end of October. And thank you, Suzanne, for another interesting conversation.
Thanks again for the opportunity, Boris.
All right, Suzanne. Well, enjoy the rest of the evening.
Okay, good night.
All right, bye-bye.